Welcome to Monday, my friends. We have cloudy skies. We have snow right on our doorstep. So when does this snow arrive and how much is going to fall now? I've got the answers coming up first at 4.
Also first at 4, President Biden tackles the Omicron COVID variant and has this message for Americans.
This variant is a cause for concern, not a cause for panic.
The president's advice to you and the backup plan he's working on with drug companies. And here's Paula.
Can you imagine legislation that says your boss cannot text you or contact you after work hours without compensation? Oh yeah, and if you're working from home, your company helps you with the Wi-Fi and energy costs. I'll tell you where this is the law.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. First at 4. Snow started falling over the weekend, and we are getting ready for another round this evening. So if you know somebody who is headed home, they should beat the snow. Meteorologist Andrew Humphrey standing by with the very latest. And Andrew, the timing of the snow is pretty fortunate for the evening rush.
Well, Karen, the timing is pretty good for most folks who return home at an average time during the afternoon and evening because the snow is right on our doorstep, but it's taking its time in getting here. It should not arrive even into our western zone here until about 6 p.m. or afterward. And right here in the heart of the metro area, closer to around 7 p.m. or in some places even 8 o'clock later on this evening, after many folks have already arrived home. But we're still seeing snow falling and a bit of a mixture, too, with some of the daytime temperatures that were above freezing on the western side of the state. But it is just on our doorstep and it is headed in our direction. It's going to move through quickly, but we'll see accumulating snow once again. 36 degrees with cloudy skies over at the airport. Between 6 and 8 o'clock this evening, that's when some of those first snowflakes arrive. It's likely we'll see steady snow after the dinner hour and toward midnight. And then afterward, the snow becomes more scattered. And many folks could see another 1 to 2 inches. I'll break that down neighborhood by neighborhood, and I've got your 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Now let's shift to the coronavirus pandemic, and we do have the very first new numbers in Michigan in 5 days. And President Biden tackles the Omicron variant. First, the state health department reports more than 25,000 new cases. That is from the past 5 days. The daily average would be about 5,000, which is close to where things stood last Monday. The 7-day positivity rate is slightly higher at just under 18%. We have not seen the new Omicron variant in Michigan or the United States yet. U of M's Dr. Arnold Monto, head of the FDA's Vaccine Advisory Committee, is cautioning it will take a few weeks to see how well our vaccines will hold up against the new variant. He says there's much work to be done.
They will be testing it in the laboratory. They will be looking at antibodies, people who have been vaccinated, their collected blood specimens, and see if those blood specimens inhibit this virus the same way they would the Delta virus.
Now, today, President Joe Biden gave his first detailed comments on the new variant, trying to reassure Americans and also urging them to take action if they haven't already. Now, you heard him say the variant is a cause for concern, but not panic. Devin Scillian in the newsroom right now with more of the president's message for all of us. Devin.
Karen, President Biden made beating the coronavirus, of course, one of the top priorities for his administration, but new variants and vaccine reluctance have made that job more difficult over this first year. Now facing another possible threat to our pandemic progress, though, he wants to be seen as doing everything possible to stay ahead of the virus. His message this afternoon pretty simple. He says we have more tools to battle COVID-19 than we did a year ago. Biggest weapon, the vaccines and booster shots. The president also urged us to use face masks indoors in public settings to try to slow the spread of the virus. It is not yet clear if Omicron can outsmart the current vaccines. The president says he is working with the drug companies on contingency plans for accelerating development of new vaccines or boosters if those are needed. President Biden also says it is critical for more countries to share vaccines because everyone getting vaccinated ultimately protects Americans.
The Delta variants and now the Omicron variant all emerged elsewhere in the world. So we can't let up until the world is vaccinated. We're protecting Americans by doing that as well. A fully vaccinated booster person is the most protected against COVID. Do not wait. Go get your booster if it's time for you to do so. And if you are not vaccinated, now's the time to get vaccinated and take your children to be vaccinated.
President has restricted travel from South Africa, where the new variant first emerged, along with 7 other countries in southern Africa. Right now, he does not see a need for further business lockdowns here at home, but he says being vaccinated and using face masks will help us avoid that possibility. Our coverage of Omicron and America's response will continue when you join us for Local 4 News at 5. Karen, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Devin. In other news, this afternoon, Detroit's police chief has revealed new information in the case of a 63-year-old woman who was beaten and sexually assaulted in Detroit. Police say they are now looking for 2 people in that case that left the woman half naked outside of a vacant church. 44-year-old Elvin Shepard is charged with assault and intent to murder. The second is a person of interest who is being held on an unrelated arson charge. Police believe both were involved in that attack.
We're confident that we've got the 2 people responsible. We've got enough evidence and some facts and circumstances that I will not go into right now, but she was not randomly targeted. There was conversation prior to the incident, and both were present during the entire incident.
Police say the 63-year-old woman remains hospitalized today, fighting for her life with a head injury. 6 people run for their lives during a house fire over on Detroit's west side. This happened this morning on Manor Street near West Chicago and Myers. Everyone inside that house did get out safely. They say they believe it was an electrical fire that started inside the basement, but investigators will come up with the official cause. Days after a huge win over Ohio State, Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh is looking toward the next challenge. Winning the Big Ten title, Michigan hasn't played in the title game since its inception back in 2011. Now the Wolverines played the Iowa Hawkeyes, and Harbaugh offered this preview.
Iowa's been ranked number 2. They've had a tremendous season. Now you watch them, watch what they've done week in and week out, and you have a clear understanding of what they are and who they are.
Oh, we remember Michigan beat Ohio State 42-27 at the Big House. A Michigan victory next Saturday guarantees the team a spot in the top 4 of the college football playoff rankings. All right, so can you imagine if it was against the law for your boss to contact you after regular work hours? The country of Portugal recently passed some of the most stringent remote worker protections in the world, and many European countries are looking at doing the same. But the question is, could that work affect us here in the United States? Paula Tutman joins us from her home office. And Paula, I imagine work-life balance is pretty tough for a lot of people who are working longer hours from home.
Yeah, you know what, Karen, there's good and bad with everything. So, yeah, I do a lot of work from home remotely these days. The good news is a lot of times these are my work shoes, and I've only driven maybe 6,000 miles in the last 18 months. Okay, but here's the thing. Like many workers, this is my work environment, a Zoom call or a Teams call on my computer, and I don't close my laptop. The work is always there. So many people are dealing with this right now, and it is basically changing the way we look at where and what an office is and what the bottom line is. Take Regina Ann Campbell, for instance, the CEO of the nonprofit in Detroit, Build Institute. She believes her workers are working too long and too many hours at home, and so she asks them to shut it down, yet she's not able to do it herself.
I try to turn it off by 8 p.m. at night. Sometimes I'm successful.
Lisa has the same issue. Laptop open, phone on, work is always there, and so she does it.
It's really easy to just, even after it's working hours, is to grab my computer and go sit on the couch and continue working.
Marquise, on the other hand, is part of the new generation of workers demanding change, and the pandemic is simply helping the cause.
I try to be very particular, but as soon as I leave the office, I turn off notifications.
But all 3 believe it is time to talk about legislation to refine the work rules so that people aren't uncompensated, overworked, or taken advantage of, even if it is of their own doing.
People don't necessarily show up because their heartfelt want to do good and right. So you have to have a balance of legislation, which is why we have legislation that exists.
But organizational expert Dr. David Strubler from Oakland University absolutely disagrees. He says in the United States, this is not legislation that would necessarily work.
It's not a great idea to legislate those kinds of things.
He says what will work is workers and bosses legislating their own behavior, and that in itself is an underutilized muscle. He says those of us working from home have to practice and enforce our own behaviors to simply stop. In other words, practice discipline, not look for legislation.
By leaving the phone elsewhere, life can be better. And, you know, I grew up at a time when there were no cell phones and everything went fine.
Yeah, you know what? This pandemic is putting everything under a magnifying glass. It's just that simple. It's changing the way we look at work, the legislation in terms of extra hours, paying for Wi-Fi, things like that. But one thing is immutably clear, and that is at this juncture, certainly in this country, we do better legislating ourselves than letting the legislature get involved, Karen.
Yeah, lots there to think about, and we all obviously our work schedules have changed so much. So it's obviously an important topic to consider there. Thanks, Paula. Still ahead, holiday shopping confusion. We are looking at some of the numbers so far and the conflicting messages shoppers are sending. Also, it was one of the biggest stories of 2019. We're tracking a trial involving a Hollywood star and allegations of a hate crime hoax. But first, partners in crime, how prosecutors are trying to build their case against socialite Ghislaine Maxwell. We'll be right back.